Happy Friday! I hope you woke up feeling good inside this morning. It's been a short week here in Canada, but it's been productive and certainly energizing at my end. Today I want to talk about habits. So have you ever heard the saying that watch your thoughts because those become your words, watch your words because those become your actions, watch your actions because those become your habits, watch your habits because those become your character, and watch your character because that becomes your destiny? So what that means is that those thoughts that I tend to repeat over and over and over have a huge influence over the words that I'm using, and that in turn is a reflection of my perception of the event. So how I'm describing something really shows how I'm seeing it and the kinds of filters that I'm feeding it through. And generally, if there's a story going on, I'm going to see it in the way that I describe it to the people in my life. That in turn affects the choices that I make, and those choices that I make repetitively over and over, those inevitably become habits. So the great news about that is that I have some habits, some positive habits in my life that I've worked really hard to get. I've taken a long period of time, I've been disciplined, I've been consistent, and after doing them over and over and over, they've actually become positive habits, and I don't have to think so hard about them anymore. Unfortunately though, I do, like anybody else, have a number of negative habits that I never really chose. I didn't sit down and think about how they get me to where I want to be, how they grow me as a woman and who I want to be, or how they line up with my values. They're just habits that I developed over a long period of time. So a classic one of those is using the language I have to. And so what that does for me is when I'm saying I have to cook dinner, I have to drive here, I have to go there, I have to take care of this work thing, when I'm in an I have to attitude, basically I'm implying that I'm victim to the circumstances. I don't have a choice, and this is the stuff I have to take care of, and it implies that life is unfair, which in turn is a whole other story. And so a little while ago I heard the hack of changing I have to I get to. So I've been doing that for a while now, and what I've really noticed is when I say I get to cook dinner, I get to go here, I get to go there, I get to take care of this work thing, it acknowledges the fact that I have choice. I have ultimate choice about everything and everyone that is in my life today. I am completely responsible for all aspects of my life. And so by saying I get to, I recognize that I have a choice, and I have some gratitude for the fact, but I also take responsibility for the choices that I'm making. Today's weekend throwdown, bam, you know what's coming. Is there a habit in particular that you have going on in your life right now that just doesn't serve you anymore? How can you start to shift away from that habit and into something positive that you've consciously chosen? How do you describe that habit to people? Do you avoid talking about it? Are you defensive about it? Do you justify it? Well, I deserve this because I'm so good in every other way. How do you talk about those habits, and how can you start letting go of that and moving closer towards habits that line up with your values, line up with who you want to be, and help you to grow as a person?